All right, everybody. Here we go. So this is a video that I've been wanting to do for a while with Amanda. So doing this is one of my biggest aspirations to do this with Amanda, because I know Amanda is a huge Elvis fan. Like, you're an Elvis fan, Amanda. How big of an Elvis fan are you, Amanda?
I am such a big fan. We have went to Graceland. We have seen multiple Elvis impersonators. I have a stack of movies like this, stack of CDs like this. I have some records. And last but not least, and probably the most important, my baby was born on Elvis's birthday. So
Just saying.
Yeah. And they tried to send me home, and I was like, nope, I'm having a baby on this day.
Having a baby on the king's birthday.
Boom.
The king of rock and roll.
The king of rock and roll. So
Yeah.
I am a fan.
I am not a mega fan of Elvis, as we've talked about before. I do like Elvis. I guess I'm much more of a mainstream Elvis fan. You know, like I don't really have records, and you know, I've seen some of the movies more for jokes than anything. I mean,
Yeah.
and on our channel, on our YouTube channel, there's Elvis stuff. There's us reacting when he karate chops the cheetah, which is hilarious. I still
my
crack up
gosh.
every time.
Yeah.
But we did do this too, and there's other Elvis stuff on there, and we've talked about Elvis on Song Swap Showdown. But the one thing I thought that this would be good to do, because you did this, we put out a short last year where you picked your top 10 Elvis songs of all time. So that's a short that we have, and I could put it in the link in the notes and all that, so everybody can see that. But I did want to see you and what you would react to on somebody else's top 10 list. So I found this video, courtesy of WatchMojo.com. Thank you, WatchMojo.com, for putting stuff up on YouTube for us to react to. So this is their top 10 list. So I thought we could watch this video together, and you could react and let me know, is that right? Is it wrong? What would you have put there? What are your feelings on it? And so let's get into it. So I would like to see how you're feeling about their list. And I actually don't even know what their list is, but we're just going to watch this and go with it.
I don't either.
So this is once again, it's WatchMojo.com's their top 10 list of Elvis songs. So let's check this out.
It's starting out right.
For this list, we've chosen our entries based on a combination of the artist's fan favorites and their most commercially successful songs.
All right. Okay.
Number 10, Can't Help Falling in Love.
Look at that
Appearing on
jumpsuit.
the Blue Hawaii soundtrack, this pop and blue-eyed soul hit was released as a single with Rocka Hula Baby.
I really like that.
So they're number 10.
Unlike the
Just
B-side,
give me a
Can't
second.
Help Falling in Love has endured as an Elvis classic.
Yeah.
With a melody inspired by an 18th century French ballad, the 3-minute track went to number 2 on the American pop charts.
There he is. Look at that cape.
Oh
He also often used it as his closing number during his later
me my-
jumpsuited live performances.
All right. So their number 10 is Can't Help Falling in Love.
It's good. It's a favorite of mine. Probably not in my top 10,
Okay.
but I really, really enjoy it. And it is a classic, and you can't hear it and not just think of Elvis. And just look at him. Would you just look at him?
I gotta tell you, man, the cape is pretty dope. It's my opinion. I mean, it's so hard to pull it off. You gotta be able to pull it off. He pulls it off. I mean, the hair, I mean, it's a look. It's a look. There's only so many people that can pull this off. Him, whatever king from back in the day. I mean, he is the king, but you know, like king, medieval king.
Yeah.
There's like medieval kings, and then there's Elvis with the cape. With the cape.
Oh, Elvis.
Yeah. Although James Brown did the thing too with the coat and the cape and all this. He also had
James Brown, another legend. Woo!
another legend. All right, so that was their number 10.
I think it's fair.
Yeah.
Number 9, Blue Suede Shoes.
Well, it's one for the money,
Okay.
two for the show, three to get ready. Now go, cat, go, but don't you step Step on my blue suede shoes.
This was
Following
not
the
on my list
signature
either.
tune from former Sun Records label mate Carl Perkins.
Well, you can knock me down. Step in
Not
my
on your
face,
list.
Slander my name all over the place.
This rockabilly song was one of
I
the
like
first
it.
Elvis recorded after signing with RCA Records.
Don't you?
Okay, so this wasn't on your list.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
And I should have had my list pulled up.
Yeah. I could probably pull it up while we're doing this.
Okay, that might, because I can't exactly remember where I ranked everything.
Yeah, you had pretty good rankings, because I think I was asking you about these and being like, oh, what, you know, because I thought your list was pretty solid.
And that's the thing. It's so hard to. It really comes down to like what decade of Elvis you love,
Right.
and
right.
obviously the song. If this is going based on fan favorites and sales, of course, the ones that have been around a long time and during the beginning of his career, of course, those would be the most sales favorites.
Yeah. So your top 10 list, as I'm looking at it now. So your number 10 was Blue Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
That was number 10 on your list.
I just love.
Yep. And number 9 on your list was In Memphis.
Those were his top records.
Right. Yeah, we did records. So this isn't songs. You're right. You're right. We did your top records, top Elvis Presley records. So you did Blue Hawaii and In Memphis, where you're number 9 and 10.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we didn't do songs. So this is this is new. So interesting. So Blue Suede Shoes would not have made the top 10 list.
No.
And
no.
I Can't Help Falling in Love would not have made the list.
No.
Okay. Interesting. What would have made the list? Putting you on the spot.
So Suspicious Minds is one of my most favorites.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you know where that would be on the list? Out of curiosity, would it be?
Oh, that probably would be my favorite song.
So that's number 1.
That's probably number 1.
Spoiler alert, everybody.
Spoiler alert. Yeah.
So we'll see what their number 1 is. I'll be interested to see, does Suspicious Minds rank on this list? So
that would be. They better.
Yeah. Okay. So Suspicious Minds would be your number 1.
Yes.
But neither of these songs would be on your list. So
no, and Moody Blue is. Oh, I love that one. That would be on my list.
Okay.
Those are probably. That's probably my second. And then In the Ghetto, I love that.
In the Ghetto. Okay, that is a good song. That is a good song.
So good. So those are like some serious.
Yeah.
I love those songs.
Okay. All right. Sorry. So far they're at I Can't Help Falling in Love and Blue Suede Shoes, which would not have made your list.
Step on my blue suede shoes.
But classic.
Pressured to cover the track by Studio Suits, Presley requested that his version not be released while the original was still on the charts.
Well, you can do anything.
Smart.
Very smart.
We always say timing's
Although
everything.
Perkins' take outperformed his cover, the song and those blue suede shoes have become synonymous with the king nonetheless.
That hair, man.
I know.
Good luck. I feel like there's a look now. I don't
Number
know.
8.
I know.
Are You Lonesome Tonight?
Number 8, Are You Lonesome Tonight?
Written in 1926 and backed with the fittingly titled I Gotta Know, Are You Lonesome Tonight proved Elvis didn't have to sing for his voice to make the masses swoon.
All right. On the list, off your list. On the list or off the list?
Off the list.
Off the list. Not,
Off the list.
Not a top 10 song.
Not a top 10. But I really appreciate it.
Okay. All right. Okay. Do you know this special that they're referring to?
Which special did they say?
I don't know, it's a 25th anniversary special.
Yeah, I was
With
swooning.
spoken word section,
You were swooning.
Shakespeare quotations, the pop track allowed Presley to mix up or modify some lyrics during live performances, and it topped the Billboard pop chart.
There you go.
She was just such a good entertainer.
All right. There you go.
He was
Number 7, Suspicious
twin.
Minds.
Yes.
There you go. Okay, so shocking. This is their number 7.
I'm probably one of the few that would put it first. Gosh, I love this song.
Released
Okay.
following the boost that his 68 comeback special had given him, this soulful pop track breathed new life into Elvis's career and became
The
his
68 comeback
17th
special.
final American
Him in
number
the
one
black leather
during his
jacket.
lifetime.
I mean, what's a cooler image, man?
Yeah, he was.
Just rock and roll.
Yeah, that was his prime.
Yeah.
featuring both string and horn sections. Suspicious Minds is notable for its shifting time signatures and multiple subsequent cover versions.
I do like this song a lot. I will say this is an Elvis song. I align with this song. I think it's a cool tune. No, it's a great driving song. This is a great driving song.
It is.
You cruising down the shore. It's a good one.
Yeah. And one thing about Elvis I love is he would interchange lyrics. So he would be saying, I hope this suit don't bust on me, baby. Because he would always, putting these fun, comical little interchanges during his performances. And I think that's just another piece of the puzzle that people just loved him so much because you just never knew what was going to come out of his mouth.
Very cool. So interesting they put this as number 7, but it made the list.
It made the list.
All right.
I'll take it.
That's a win for you.
Number 6, Love Me Tender.
Love me tender.
All right, on the list, off the list.
Off the list.
Off the list.
From
Wow.
the old Civil War song. Presley's version of this romantic ballad had its debut on
his
The Ed Sullivan Show.
Early times.
Right. I mean, 1948?
Yeah, or 50.
What is this? Oh,
Let's
19.
see,
They're just on the Ed Sullivan Show is on
this
from.
Like in 50s, and it's great. It's good. It's just I love the passion behind the later music.
Right. Okay.
But it's good.
It's good. Just not on the list.
Yep.
Tender, love me, Lord. Take me.
Look at that baby Elvis.
Baby
This
Elvis.
performance
He loved his
prompted
mama.
a million pre-orders of the single before its actual release.
That's
And
interesting.
it was later featured in the movie of the same name.
For my darling,
Do you like this movie?
I love you.
No, I don't really like any of them.
Though Elvis eventually refrained from singing Love Me Tender in its entirety during later shows.
And I always.
The country single gave him another Billboard chart topper.
I never thought
there you
as a
go.
pediatrician
Oh,
that
hold
I would
on.
be at all.
We got ourselves a commercial.
Got ourselves a commercial.
That channel has to pay the bills.
My name
Yeah.
is Seema Jelani. I
And there's the edit. That's where Chris will make the edit.
Number 5, Don't Be Cruel.
Look at that. That's a comeback special, right? This is a
Yeah, it
comeback
is.
special.
By
Go
Otis
is.
Blackwell. This 2-minute track is one of the most rockin' numbers of Elvis's pre-military career.
So on the list, off the list.
Off the list, but close. Close.
So like number
Featuring
11?
King on
Probably
rhythm
number
guitar,
11 or
Scotty
12.
Moore on
Okay.
lead, a solid bass hook, steady slamming drums, and backing vocals from the Jordanaires. Don't Be Cruel topped the pop, country, and R&B charts.
I will say I like this song a lot. This is one of my favorite Elvis songs.
Okay.
So this would probably
I
make
can
my
appreciate that.
as a normie Elvis fan, mainstream Elvis fan, this would make the list for me.
I like that.
And I love Cheap Trick's version of it, by the way. I love Cheap Trick's version of Don't Be
Ooh.
I think it's great. I think they do
Maybe-
a really good job. Really
have
good
to-
job.
You have to link that in the comments.
Oh
Show
yeah,
notes.
absolutely. Yeah. I dig it too. I think that. So this would make my list. I don't know
like
where it
that.
would be, but it would be on my top 10 list of Elvis songs. Suspicious Minds, another one. I do like that song. That would be on the list. I agree with the other ones that you're talking about. I don't know if they'd be on my list. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just I've heard them too much or they just bore me.
Fair.
Probably a controversial things to say, but you
It's
know.
okay.
Okay,
When you
so-
have so many hits, it's
Right.
hard. Everyone's going to have a different opinion for sure.
But man, I gotta tell you, Amanda. I mean, what
talk to me.
beats this look though? I mean, Jesus.
Not much.
Look how freaking cool he
R&B
looks.
charts.
Look how
Not
Vinny is
much.
there too.
I know. That was like
Look at
his.
the shape he's in.
That was his like best. I think he really ever was, and I think
I
he
mean-
felt really good and very encouraged. And then
I mean, he literally looks like he's gonna sing these songs and then kick your ass afterwards.
I know, and take every single one of your ladies.
Yeah,
while
I mean,
doing
look at the shape he's in here,
it. No, so
and these
Sidetrack.
these leather pants making him look a little, nice form. He's got some good
Nice-
form in these
good
pants. I
form.
mean, once again, You got to be confident to pull off this look, dude. You know, with the white capes and that. This is another. You got to be locked in to pull this look off. Locked in.
And from a very young age, he had style, and he knew it was. And that's why I think I like this phase, because he really knew the time was okay for him to really showcase what he liked.
Yeah.
Not what everybody told him to wear.
Right.
Not what everyone told him to sing. He was in charge of his career. And fun fact, have you watched any documentaries on him and about like the Memphis Mafia?
I have not heard that.
Okay. So the Memphis Mafia was basically his group of bodyguards
Mhm.
that were his bestest of friends. And so
Okay.
they were coined the Memphis Mafia. And so anytime you see his like posse of people,
Right.
it's him and his best friends and all that good stuff. And that was his, the Memphis Mafia. And they would
Memphis
go all the
Mafia.
places and have all this great time. And I can't even imagine if walls could talk.
If walls could talk. Yeah.
Mm.
Jeez. Can only imagine good times these guys were having.
Yes.
Just tearing it up.
Tearing it up.
Number 4, All Shook Up.
Up. All shook up.
Another Otis Blackwell pen track. This 2-minute number was first recorded and released.
On the
by
list,
David
off the
Hill.
list.
Off the list, but it's good.
It's another good one. I don't know if this would make my list. I mean, it's a cool song.
It
But
is.
it
Like,
failed to make much of an
I'm not
impact
surprised it's
until
on the
King
list.
strutted up to the mic to belt it out.
Yeah.
The piano-driven rock
I always loved when he
spent
did that.
8 weeks on top of
yes!
the top charts and 4 weeks
Oh,
on the
belt's
R&B
coming off there. Fix the belt.
A real crowd pleaser.
And
for
he
sure.
loved his backup singers. Loved them.
Well, they were
so
awesome.
much. He was very good to
Number
them.
3, Jailhouse Rock.
All right. This would be on my list.
And I do not like this song.
Really? Oh, I love that.
Yes.
Dun, dun,
But I can see where you
dun.
would like it from a musical perspective.
This is a fun one. It's fun to play.
I bet.
Jailhouse Rock tells of
Love
a
the
party
piano
in the
playing in this.
country jail featuring the prison band.
So not on your list. You don't even like this song.
I don't even like this song.
Why don't you like this
Though
song?
it makes references to real-life people and features subtle.
What is it about the
I
hate
just-
for this song?
I think it's just so overplayed. Like overplayed and so
I agree. It is overplayed.
overused. Yes, where just because of that it's if you talk about Elvis and they bring up Elvis, they got to play that. Like, no,
Yeah.
there is such a beautiful amount of other songs in his catalog that let's go with something like that. And that's where I think his most popular songs are my least favorites, just because they're overdone. I feel like because I'm a true
Right.
like you say deep cut a
It's
lot, like when you're talking.
I
Like,
do. Yeah.
my
It's a deep cut.
songs are like deep cuts. Like I
Yeah.
like you got to be a deep fan.
You gotta be a
to
real
know-
fan. I get
yeah,
that. I
to
can
know the
appreciate that.
songs
Yeah.
that I'm talking about. And so
I
I
get
feel
you.
like that's why my list is different.
Yeah. Okay. All right. All right.
But I
No, it's
can-
very respectable. I like
Thanks,
that. That's a great. That's a great. That's a great.
You're like, I don't know how to
Homoerotic
phrase this, Amanda.
themes
I don't know how
You're
to phrase it.
something.
The US and
No, it's a good perspective. I appreciate that.
Ridiculous too. Look at him just doing his
also
thing.
become
I think
iconic
given the
thanks to
chance, you would do the
energetic
exact
and
same
memorable-
thing,
Yeah.
right? I can
Yeah.
imagine Amanda jumping up on the table and dancing and clapping and doing all the
Yeah.
moves.
Absolutely. And when I see him doing that, it makes me think of a Forrest Gump when they pretended that
Yeah.
Elvis was, one of the boarders, and he learned how to do that little,
Yep.
I don't know, shimmy
Yeah, the shimmy.
from Forrest. I
Yep.
think that's just super cute.
Very good.
Little shimmy.
Little shimmy.
The dance sequence that accompanies Elvis's performance of the song in the Richard Thorpe directed movie.
It's good dance moves though.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good TikTok ideas here for you. You could recreate all this stuff.
I don't know that I could do Elvis's moves.
Number 2, Heartbreak Hotel. After he made the jump
Is
to
it
RCA,
on the list
this
or off the
track-
list?
So I feel like in his later years of performing it, it could be on my list.
So the like this is the 68 comeback special.
Yes,
So
like this is something that I could have put on my list when he's really into it
Mhm.
and adding his own personal touches to it, where the beginning, that first recording, I could leave it or take it.
got it. Okay.
became Elvis's first single for the major label.
I mean, this is pretty awesome, by the way. This whole setup. This is a great special.
I just can't imagine being like
Although
so
many
close
execs
to
found
him.
the song depressing, Break Hotel became his first American #1, and it hit #2 in the UK. Backed by the Blue
Yeah, it
Moon
was
Boys,
just so much more.
Look at his moves, man. It's great.
the King also enlisted studio aces Pat Evans and Floyd Kramer.
There you go.
Would soon become
I
a live
think that
staple.
you should do a side by side with you and Elvis. Try to do that.
Hello, baby.
I can't even do it. It's like
Yeah. It's a hip thrust
it's a hip thrust. I don't have the hip. I don't have
with
the hip
a
dexterity.
with the wiggly
With
knee.
the wiggly.
Here are a few honorable mentions.
Oh, honorable mentions.
Okay, here we go. I like Viva Lost. Like it's fun. Lost
Is it on the list? Oh,
Yay!
we know that's on the list.
For sure.
But Viva Las Vegas not on the list.
Oh, I love Burning Love.
This is a good one too. This would be on my list.
That's
I
on my
like,
list.
and I do like Viva Las Vegas.
Oh, I love this one too.
By the way, there's a great Dead Kennedys version of Viva Las Vegas.
Ooh.
I gotta play for you at some point, but I love their version. It's great. I know you're not a big Dead Kennedys fan, but
Not
their
necessarily.
cover of Viva Las Vegas is pretty good.
Hey.
By the way, Elvis is looking huge here.
Yeah, all those medications.
Oh my goodness, yeah, this is got to be near the end, right? I mean,
Yeah.
my goodness, look how puffy he is.
I know.
And was Elvis wearing a wig at the end of his life, like close to the end?
I
Or
think
was this
he
still
always
his real
had-
hair?
I think he always had luscious hair.
This was
I
just
really
his
do.
hair. He wasn't a wig guy at the very end, right? I don't,
don't
think
think
so.
so.
Although this looks wig like, but I guess it's just the way they styled it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think he always had just a lot of hair.
So out of these songs so far, we're not done yet, but so Viva Las Vegas wouldn't be on the list.
It'd be close. I can appreciate it.
In
a
the
lot.
Ghetto would be on the list.
Yes, it is.
Obviously, we know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know Burning Love is
Burning
on the list.
Love, yes.
That would be on my list too.
Burning Love.
Yeah.
Look at that. Oh, hey. It was like he
Yeah.
was winking at me. Oh, no,
This-
I really like this one.
Yeah, this song's okay. Although I like this live version.
Return to sender.
Is that
I
on the
will
list?
say, this one could be questionable because it's an older song, but I think
Yeah.
the story in this song is really fun.
Right.
And it makes me think of, I know I talk about Marcus all the time, but that's the kind of crap he would pull on me. And I'm like, nope, I'm going to send it again.
Gonna send it again.
Let's send it again.
Okay. All right.
I gave a letter to
So not on the list, but you
man.
appreciate the song.
Mhm. It's a
Okay.
great honorable mention.
Great honorable mention. Okay.
Yep. Oh, yes, on the list.
Now is this a deep cut? Is that considered a deep cut song or no? Because I don't know if I'm familiar with that one. No, this a little. I don't know if I mean, I like the groove of it right away, but I don't know if I know this one.
I feel like I would put it into more of a deep cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, not very light deep cut.
And obviously this is from a movie. Well, I guess a lot of his songs were made and then put in the movies or like.
This is a scrape cut,
Okay, got it.
not a deep cut, a scrape cut.
Scrape cut. Okay, so it's like not a huge hit, but also not like not an unknown, not a
Correct.
deep cut.
Correct.
It's not the 8th song on side 2 that
Correct.
people like just skip because they want to get to song 9, which closes the album out.
Nailed it.
Okay.
Woo! No, I can't stand.
I
this
agree. I'm over this song.
Hound Dog.
That's number 1. Which okay, so I know they said that they based it on
Yes.
fan favorites and they took the charts into account. So,
I get it,
but I agree. Like how you said you felt Jailhouse Rock was overplayed, which I to extent, but I like playing that song because it's so
Yeah.
much fun to play. I
Yeah.
feel like this song is so burnt out,
so burnt out.
but I understand based on their criteria why it's number 1.
Agree.
Milton
Our number one
Berle show.
spot.
Wow. I forgot Milton Berle even had a show. I forgot he had a nighttime show, the Milton Berle show.
And Elvis was on a lot of shows.
Taking our number 1 spot. is
Yeah,
the
I don't even like the
gyrating,
tune of
pelvis-shaking
it.
ditty that started all
I mean, I
kinds of
understand
trouble.
it.
Debuting the
It-
song on the Milton
I have
Berle
to
Show.
understand the time it came out. It made sense.
Debuted on the Milton Berle Show. Look at that move.
Woo! Kind of like Elvis
Wrestling was
or
sure his performance
oh
announced
my
2
gosh.
things. Rock and roll
Jackson,
with
Michael Jackson.
Yeah. I mean, geez, I can't bend my knees like that anymore. I can't.
I don't
Like,
think I ever could.
I would be in instant surgery immediately. Like, just be dead. I'd be dead. I'd try to do that. My knees and back dead. Just throw me in the road.
The life alert necklaces. You know,
Yeah.
we would need one just to be pretending to be Elvis.
Just dig a hole in the backyard and throw me in it. That's it.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Yeah, that's exactly what would happen
was
there.
here to stay, and Elvis was its king.
Okay.
I'm not
so
surprised, but that's disappointing.
all right, so that's their number 1 song.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we went through this list.
Mm-hmm.
We saw the things that were on and off from your point of view.
Mm-hmm.
What other songs, just out of the top of your head, would have made your top 10 list?
You know
I know
what?
we went through some, but like,
Just give me 1 second because
All right.
I'm gonna go get my stack of CDs right here.
go get your stack of
Okay.
CDs. And there it is. Look at those CDs. Look at that stack.
I got
Impressive.
I got my stack here. Okay.
Super impressive.
Thank you.
I love it.
Oh, so Elvis by the Presleys, excellent CD.
Okay.
Um,
Elvis by the Presleys.
Elvis by the Presleys.
What does that mean? Like, oh, so they selected, the Presley family selected their favorite Elvis
Yes.
songs? Is that
Yes.
okay?
So I like Separate Ways is very good too.
Mm-hmm.
Suspicious Minds, which I've already done. Welcome to My World. That's fabulous.
Okay.
Welcome to my world. Oh, it's so good. And this is going to be like alongside a documentary that they did.
Okay. Which documentary is that? That's coming out or it's out already?
No, it's like an old one.
Okay.
Probably 2 decades old at this point.
Got it.
But oh gosh. And so when they're using some of this music
Mm-hmm.
during the time of showing, like when Lisa Marie was born and when he was getting married, like his stuff, just like these songs just were so great. It's now or never. That's a really good one too.
That is a good one.
The Wonder of You, Way Down.
Oh, I know that song's good. I know that song. I know it's a Wonder of You.
See,
That's a
look
good
at
one. I remember that from a lot of weddings. Like use that song.
Yes.
It's a good big wedding song.
And I really like Poke Salad Annie. That would be on that. And we reviewed Poke
We
Salad
reviewed
Annie.
Poke Salad. Yeah, so that would be in the top 10 list.
It would. It
Okay.
would. I really enjoy that one.
All right.
And I already said Moody Blue, but Kentucky Rain. Oh, love Kentucky Rain.
And you were the one that
Oh,
introduced me to Kentucky Rain.
Mhm.
You introduced me to Kentucky Rain, and I can't remember what I gave it on the rating of the show, but I think I remember liking it.
It was decent. Yeah, it wasn't like outstanding,
but I'd never heard that song before from
It's
Elvis, and I
so
thought that was
good.
a really cool song. See,
Do
and
you
that's
know
why.
what? I think you would, if you want a place to start, Chris, as
Right.
you as a older Elvis person,
Okay,
like meaning like going into the later years of Elvis,
Yeah.
do this one.
number 2.
Yes,
It's just called Elvis 2.
it is Elvis Second to None.
Oh, okay.
So
Second to none. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So that's a recommendation. Got it.
And gosh, you gotta love
Wow, look at that booklet.
CDs that have all the lyrics in it. Remember that, you
Oh
guys?
yeah, I miss buying. I have so many. I have thousands of CDs. Thousands of CDs down. And like
It's you gotta pull them out and just it's so nostalgic.
it is.
And it feels so good.
I do miss CDs, but I don't miss CDs floating around my car.
No,
On the
yeah.
seat, trying to grab one as I'm trying to like steer.
I mean, just look at how good he looked.
Elvis,
Moody Blue,
Moody Blue.
Elvis from Las Vegas.
Oh, that for listening to that on Spotify, that's actually pretty good. That one's on Spotify. I've
PC
listened
Rider
to
is
that.
pretty fun.
Yes, that's a good song. Yes, that's it. Yes, I like that song. That's a good one too.
Yeah.
That would make my list. That would make my top 10 list.
Oh, Walk a Mile in My Shoes, excellent.
Oh, I know
Walk
that
a
one
Mile
too.
in my shoes. Woo!
I know
Yeah.
that one. That's a good tune. Yeah. Okay.
This is an excellent CD.
Okay.
And then-
Yeah, and
and
I've
then-
heard that one. I do like that one.
And then, of
The
course,
Vegas. Oh, right.
Elvis, Almost in Love, and then his Ultimate Gospel.
Oh, right. And I know that you're the big Elvis gospel fan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then, of course.
Oh, Elvis Presley Christmas is a phenomenal Christmas record, by the way. I think
Christmas time.
should be a staple in everybody's holiday catalogs. Like
And then we've got, his
little box
set
up there.
here.
Yeah.
And then Elvis sings Flaming Star. Look at Cowboy Elvis.
Wow, Cowboy Elvis. I love that record cover. That is great.
And then Elvis, great country songs.
Oh, he's got another hat on in that, so I
Well,
like
get
this.
ready. Get ready for that picture.
Yes!
Woo!
Oh my gosh. I think I may have to do that for Halloween. I don't know.
Yeah.
What are you? I'm Country Elvis.
I'm Country Elvis. 24 songs on that. So yeah, that is, and I know I probably have more. This was just
Right. That's just the tip of the iceberg.
just a little sampling.
Yeah. So what did you think of that list, of their list?
I think as we kind of discussed, I think it makes sense based on their criteria,
Right.
most popular and then also records sold. So I think for that, I'm not surprised. It just isn't necessarily a fan list, I feel like.
Okay.
I think collectively it makes sense. But if you asked Elvis fans what their favorite songs are, I would say 50% of those songs would not be on their top 10. I feel confident to say that.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting. Well, listen, guys, you let us know. Let us know in the comments. If you're an Elvis fan, what era of Elvis you prefer, and what some of your favorite songs. What would have made your top list, or top 10, or top 5, or just what's your number one Elvis song? Let us know. We'd love to hear from you, because I think my number one Elvis song. So I like that you said "Suspicious Minds" is your number one.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really good song, man.
I'll share it with you.
I mean, that's a good one. I mean, I do like driving with that song on. Like, it comes on, and I kind of get like, I feel like I want to wear the cape. I want the cape.
I mean, what man wouldn't?
Cape with the big old Elvis sunglasses.
Oh yeah, taking care
think
of
about
TCB,
that.
baby. You know what? I drove around for well over a decade with a TCB with a lightning bolt on the back of my car.
That's nice. That is nice.
Taking care of business.
Taking care of business. I love it. All right, everyone. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Let us know, is there any other videos you want us to do? Would you like to see us give our top 10, react to any other buddy's top 10 list? I love doing these. I love lists and talking about stuff like this. So let us know what else you would like to see, and we'll see you guys soon.